Your 20s are the most dangerous decade of your life, not because of the external risks you face, but because of the silent, internal habits you allow to take root. This is the decade where the foundation of your future is either poured in solid, reinforced concrete or built on shifting, unstable sand. Most people don't realize they're destroying their potential until they wake up on their 30th birthday, wondering where the time went and why they feel so far behind. If you want to ensure you don't look back with a heavy heart, you need to recognize the traps that are being set for you right now. 1. The "I have time" fallacy. The first and most lethal trap is the "I have time" fallacy. We treat our 20s like a dress rehearsal, a period where nothing really counts. We think we can start the business, fix our health, or save money later. But time is the only resource you cannot earn back. Arrogance toward time is the quickest way to waste it. While you're waiting for the perfect moment, the world is moving on without you. 10 years sounds like a long time, but it is only 120 months. Every month you spend drifting is a month of momentum you'll have to fight twice as hard to regain later. If you don't start building the life you want today, you are effectively choosing the life you don't want tomorrow. 2. Chasing cheap dopamine. We live in an age designed to keep you distracted. Endless scrolling, junk food, and instant gratification are the enemies of greatness. When you condition your brain to expect a reward every 5 seconds, you lose the ability to do deep work. You lose the capacity to struggle through a difficult project. If your happiness is easy to buy or easy to click, it is usually destroying your discipline. You are trading your long-term legacy for a 5-second hit of neurochemicals. True satisfaction comes from achievement, not consumption. 3. Seeking validation from the wrong people. In your 20s, the pressure to fit in is at its peak. We worry about what our high school friends think, what our parents expect, or how we look on a digital feed. But living for someone else's approval is a slow form of suicide for your soul. You end up building a life that looks good on the outside, but feels hollow on the inside. You cannot build a masterpiece if you are letting everyone else hold the brush. 4. The victim mentality. The moment you blame the economy, your upbringing, or your boss for your situation, you effectively give away your power to change it. Even if it isn't your fault, it is still your responsibility. If you identify as a victim, you will act like one. By taking 100% ownership of your life, you take 100% of the power to fix it. Stop looking for excuses and start looking for exits. 5. Fear of looking like a beginner. Perhaps the most paralyzing fear in your 20s is the fear of looking like a beginner. We want to be the CEO, the expert, or the influencer overnight. So, we don't start the business, we don't go to the gym, and we don't take the risk because we're afraid of being judged by people who are too scared to try anything themselves. But here is the truth. Those who judge you from the sidelines have already lost. Every master was once a disaster. Every expert was once a confused amateur who simply refused to quit. 6. Staying in safety net friendships. Many people stay in safety net friendships. People they only hang out with because of history, not destiny. If your friends have no ambition, if they complain about their lives but never change them, their mindset will eventually become yours. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. If those 5 people are comfortable being average, you will be too. 7. Prioritizing party culture. 10. Conflict avoidance. Many young people think that being nice is the same as being good. They avoid difficult conversations and let people walk over them to keep the peace. But if you don't find your voice in your 20s, you will be a doormat for the rest of your life. Learn to set boundaries. Learn to say no. Integrity often requires conflict. 11. Consumer debt. This is a financial trap designed to keep you a slave to a job you hate. Buying a car you can't afford or clothes to look rich while your bank account is empty is a lie that will eventually collapse. Debt is simply stealing from your future self to satisfy your current ego. Live like you're broke now, so you don't have to be broke later. 12. Relying on a single income. In today's volatile world, relying on a single income is a massive risk. If your only source of money is a paycheck that can be taken away at any moment, you aren't secure. You're vulnerable. Start a side hustle, learn to invest, or build a digital asset. Diversity is your only protection against an unpredictable economy. 13. Lack of high-income skills. A degree is a piece of paper. A skill is a superpower. If you aren't building high-income skills, things like sales, marketing, coding, or complex problem-solving, you are trading your freedom for a paycheck that will never be enough to buy it back. Invest in your brain before you invest in your wardrobe. The market pays for value, not for your time. 14. The perfect plan syndrome. This is the sophisticated version of procrastination. We spend months researching, buying courses, and getting ready, but we never actually launch. You cannot learn to drive by reading a manual in a parked car. You have to get on the road. Analysis paralysis is a quiet killer of dreams. You must be willing to get hit, to fail publicly, and to adjust on the fly. 15. Ignoring networking and sales. You could be the most talented person in the world, but if nobody knows you exist, you will starve. Many people look down on sales or networking as being fake. In reality, these are the skills of connection. If you can't communicate your value, you have no value to the marketplace. Your network is your net worth. 16. Neglecting your physical health. Stop treating your body like a rental car you don't intend to return. You think you're invincible because you're young, but the biological debt you're racking up now will be called in when you're 40. The habits you form now dictate the quality of your existence for the next 50 years. Physical discipline is the gateway to mental discipline. If you can't control what you eat, you'll never control what you think. 17. The fear of solitude. Most people are terrified of being alone. They can't sit in a room with their own thoughts for even 10 minutes without reaching for a phone to drown out the silence. But if you can't control your mind in the quiet, you aren't in control of your life. You are just reacting to the noise of the world. Self-awareness is born in the absence of noise. 18. Content over consumption.
It's easy to feel productive because you watched a motivational video or read a self-help book. But consumption without creation is just a hobby. If you never take a single step of action, you are just a spectator in your own life. Information without implementation is just entertainment. Stop watching other people live their dreams and start building your own. 19. Comparing your chapter 1 to someone's chapter 20. Social media is a curated highlight reel designed to make you feel inadequate. When you compare your internal struggles to someone else's external facade, you will always feel like a failure. Your only real competition is the person you were yesterday. If you are 1% better today than you were yesterday, you are winning. 20. Losing your curiosity. The moment you decide you know enough because you finished school is the moment you start to decline. The world is changing faster than ever before. The moment you stop being a student is the moment you become obsolete. Stay hungry. Stay curious. The most successful people in the world are those who never stopped asking why. Conclusion. The legacy of now. Your 30-year-old self is currently looking back at you through the lens of memory. They are either going to thank you for the hard choices you made today, or they are going to deeply resent the version of you that chose comfort over growth. Your life is the sum of your choices. Every morning you wake up, you are either building your dream or someone else's. You are either moving toward the person you want to be or drifting toward a person you'll eventually hate. The choice isn't something you make once at the beginning of the year. It is a choice you make every single morning when you open your eyes. It's time to stop drifting. It's time to stop making excuses. It's time to start building. The clock is ticking. What are you going to do about it?